Your brain does weird things every single day, and the strangest part is that most of them feel completely normal while they are happening. It makes you replay embarrassing moments for years, overthink at night, procrastinate even when you know better, and check your phone for no reason at all. So if you have ever wondered why your own mind feels helpful one second and totally ridiculous the next, here are 10 weird things your brain does every day. Let's start with one of the most annoying ones. Your brain can forget useful information, but somehow it keeps one embarrassing moment from years ago in perfect condition. That happens because embarrassment comes with strong emotion, and emotional moments get special treatment in memory. Your brain pays extra attention when something feels socially painful, especially if it thinks remembering it can help you avoid making the same mistake again. So when an awkward memory suddenly jumps into your head out of nowhere, your brain is not trying to ruin your day on purpose. It thinks it is saving an important lesson. It just has terrible timing. That same social wiring is why people replay conversations over and over in their heads. If a conversation felt awkward, important, tense, or unfinished, your brain may keep reviewing it to search for better responses, hidden signals, or signs that something went wrong. That is why you can be doing something completely unrelated and suddenly think, "Why did I say it like that?" Your brain thinks it is helping you prepare for next time. In reality, it often turns one slightly weird interaction into a full mental rerun. Then night comes along, and somehow everything feels louder. During the day, your brain has noise, movement, tasks, screens, and distractions to work with. At night, a lot of that disappears. When the outside world gets quieter, unresolved thoughts get easier to hear. Fatigue also weakens emotional control, which means small worries can start sounding much bigger than they really are. That is why regrets, future fears, and random awkward memories love showing up right when you are trying to sleep. Your problems did not always get worse at night. Sometimes your brain just got worse at filtering them. A lot of this connects back to one deeper problem. Your brain hates uncertainty. Your mind is built to predict what comes next. It likes patterns, expectations, and clear outcomes. So when you do not know what is going to happen, your brain can start treating that unknown like a threat. That is why waiting for results, messages, decisions, or answers can feel weirdly exhausting. In many cases, the stressful part is not even the event itself. It is the fact that you do not know yet. A bad answer can feel easier than no answer at all, because certainty gives your brain something solid to work with. That discomfort also shows up in procrastination. People often think procrastination is just laziness, but a lot of the time it is emotional avoidance. If a task feels overwhelming, boring, stressful, or tied to fear of failure, your brain may go looking for quick relief instead of long-term benefit. That relief might be checking your phone, cleaning something random, getting a snack, or suddenly deciding now is the perfect time to reorganize your desk. That is why people procrastinate even on things they care about. Your brain is not always trying to sabotage your future. Sometimes it is just trying to escape discomfort in the dumbest way possible. But your brain is not always overwhelmed. Sometimes it is just efficient. When a task becomes familiar enough, like walking a known route, showering, brushing your teeth, or cleaning up, your brain may stop using full conscious attention for every step. Instead, it lets habit take over. That frees up mental space for other thoughts, which is why people sometimes finish routine tasks and barely remember doing them. Your body was there. Your mind was somewhere else. It feels strange, but it is really your brain saving effort by letting familiar behavior run on autopilot. Your memory also has a weird way of hiding things until a tiny detail wakes them up. A smell, a song, a hallway, a mood, or even a certain kind of lighting can suddenly bring back a memory you have not thought about in years. That happens because memories are often linked through small cues instead of being stored like neat labeled folders. So when something in the present overlaps with part of an older experience, your brain can reactivate that old memory instantly. It is less like opening a filing cabinet and more like touching one thread in a giant messy web and watching another part of it light up. Now, let's move into one of the weirdest modern habits. Sometimes people check their phones even when there is no notification, no vibration, and no clear reason to do it. That happens because phone checking can turn into a habit loop. Your brain learns that checking might lead to something rewarding, a message, a laugh, a surprise, or just relief from boredom. And because that reward is unpredictable, the urge can get even stronger. You are not always checking because something happened. Sometimes you are checking because maybe something happened, and that maybe is enough to keep the loop alive. That same logic explains why people keep scrolling long after they stop enjoying it. Endless scrolling often runs on unpredictability. Your brain keeps hoping the next post, next video, or next piece of content might finally be worth it. Even when what you are seeing is repetitive, boring, or not helping at all, the possibility of a better reward keeps the loop going. So, a lot of scrolling is not powered by actual enjoyment. It is powered by expectation. Your brain keeps thinking the good part might be one swipe away, and that is often enough to trap you longer than you meant to stay. And finally, one of the funniest everyday glitches, saying what, and then understanding the sentence a second later. That happens because speech processing is not always instant. Your brain sometimes needs one extra beat to decode the sounds, fill in missing pieces, and fully recognize the meaning. But your reflex to respond can kick in before that process is finished. So what comes out first, and then half a second later the meaning clicks into place. In those moments, your ears were not necessarily the problem. Your brain just needed a tiny bit more loading time. So if your brain does at least a few of these things, congratulations, you are extremely normal. And honestly, that might be the weirdest part. The human brain is smart enough to build civilizations, invent technology, and solve impossible problems, but it is also dramatic, repetitive, distracted, awkward, and strangely easy to trap in tiny loops. If you want more videos like this, subscribe to the FactoXX and let Facto guide you through more strange things your mind, body, and world do every day.